You tell your friends you do not really do birthdays, and you brush it off, claiming you just do not care, but underneath that casual shrug, there is a quiet, complex story. You are not a party pooper, and you are not ungrateful, and you certainly are not broken. If you find yourself hiding from your own special day, psychology suggests you are not experiencing apathy because you are experiencing what clinicians call the birthday blues or birthday depression. And far from being a trivial feeling, the urge to downplay your birthday reveals profound truths about how your mind processes time and trauma and your deepest emotional needs. Today, we are going to look into the psychological mirror of your birthday, and we are going to explore the deeply human reasons why you hide from your own day and why that avoidance actually reveals a rich, protective, and beautifully complex inner world. When we look closely at this phenomenon, we first have to recognize that psychologists view birthdays as powerful emotional mirrors because they are temporal landmarks that force us into a state of profound self-reflection. When you were a child, a birthday was just a marker of physical growth, but in adulthood it becomes an annual audit of your existence. Every 365 days, you are forced to engage in what psychology calls temporal self-comparison, measuring yourself against your past selves, and more painfully against the future self you thought you would be. By now, society bombards us with arbitrary, invisible timelines, where by 25 you should have the career, and by 30 the partner, and by 40 the financial stability. When your reality does not align with these expectations, your birthday transforms from a celebration into a ticking time bomb. Psychologists have identified purpose anxiety as the consuming fear that you are not fulfilling your life's potential, and this is especially intense during milestone birthdays. Research actually shows that the year before, a milestone age can plunge individuals into a profound crisis of meaning, because the stark reminder of time passing triggers an existential dread, forcing you to confront your own timeline. So when you ignore your birthday, you are not rejecting cake or presents, but you're simply trying to step away from a mirror that feels too heavy to look into while asking for the space to process your own life without the watching eyes of the world. But for some of us, this discomfort runs much deeper than the simple fear of aging or unmet goals, because it is rooted in the very wiring of our nervous system. If you grew up in an environment where your emotional needs were viewed as an inconvenience, or if your childhood birthdays were marked by neglect or family conflict or disappointment, your brain learned a vital survival lesson. It learned that expecting joy is inherently dangerous. When coworkers or friends suddenly surprise you with a cake, you do not feel a rush of happiness, but instead, you might experience a trauma-induced freeze response. Your body is flooded with anxiety because subconsciously your brain associates this day with pain. Trauma has a funny way of latching onto dates, turning what should be a celebration into an anniversary reaction of past wounds. Furthermore, if you silently struggle with your self-worth, the idea of being celebrated can feel entirely unearned and emotionally dissonant. You might wonder why they are making a fuss while feeling like you simply do not deserve this attention. When you treat your birthday like a completely normal day, it is your mind's way of creating a protective buffer zone, and you are shielding your inner child from the vulnerability of being disappointed yet again. Beyond our childhood echoes, we must also navigate the exhausting landscape of modern society because we live in an era of performative happiness. Social media has turned birthdays into highly competitive spectacles where you are expected to post the perfect outfit and receive massive public declarations of love and be surrounded by a loud, vibrant crowd. But what if you do not have that crowd, or what if you are feeling profoundly lonely? Birthdays can acutely amplify feelings of social disconnection because it is a day that tests the strength of your relationships, And often it brings the painful realization that the connections you have might lack genuine depth. Even if you do have people around you, the immense pressure to perform joy can be suffocating. If you have social anxiety, or if you simply possess a strong internal locus of control, meaning you prefer to steer your own ship, being the passive center of attention, feels absolutely agonizing. You have to smile and act perfectly surprised and feign extreme gratitude, which leaves you emotionally drained. By downplaying your birthday, you are quietly rebelling against these societal scripts, and you are refusing to fake an emotion. You do not feel as a necessary boundary. You set to protect your authentic self from the exhausting demands of a public performance. This brings us to a quiet paradox hidden within our minds, where there is a psychological concept known as the prediction error. We are prediction machines constantly forecasting how things will turn out in the future, and when reality falls painfully short of our mental simulations, we hurt. Many people who pretend not to care about their birthday are actually engaging in avoidant validation behavior because deep down there is a quiet, fragile hope that someone will remember and that someone will truly see them without needing a calendar reminder. But caring is a massive emotional risk, because if you admit that you want to be celebrated, you open yourself up to the crushing pain of being forgotten. You fear the birthday expectation gap. So you take control of the narrative and tell everyone, it is just another ordinary Tuesday. You trade the possibility of excitement for the absolute guarantee of safety, because if you expect nothing, you can never be disappointed. It is the ultimate emotional insurance policy. But beneath that composed, indifferent shell, the deeply human desire to be loved and recognized still beats quietly in your chest. However, the story of the birthday blues does not always end in avoidance or fear or pain, because for many, stepping away from the spotlight is actually the ultimate mark of psychological maturity. As we grow, some of us slowly develop what psychologists call secure internal validation, where you no longer need the loud noise of the world to prove that you exist and that you matter. You begin to exhibit low temporal landmark dependence, meaning you do not need a specific date on a calendar to feel loved or to renew your relationships. You measure intimacy in the quiet, consistent acts of care throughout the entire year. And for you, a birthday is not a day to be celebrated by the external world, but it is a personal day to deeply recognize yourself. It becomes about intrinsic enjoyment, where your definition of a celebration has simply evolved over time. It might look like a quiet cup of coffee in the morning, or a solitary walk in nature, or simply the profound peace of a day with absolutely no obligations. You have not lost your joy, but you have simply stopped scheduling it to meet the expectations of others, because you have finally realized that your worth is a constant, and you no longer need the world's permission to feel good about being alive. If your birthday brings a quiet ache to your chest, or if it brings a deep, solitary peace, know that you are not broken and you are not ungrateful, because you are beautifully and complexly human. Whether you are hiding to protect a younger version of yourself who was let down too many times, or whether you have simply found a quiet contentment that needs no applause, your feelings are entirely valid. You are allowed to blur this day into the rest of the week, and you are allowed to mourn the gap between expectation and reality. And you are allowed to celebrate yourself in the softest, most invisible ways possible. So the next time that date rolls around, remember that you do not owe the world a performance, but you do owe yourself a little bit of grace. Tell me what goes through your mind when your birthday approaches, and do you need the celebration to feel valued, or have you found ways to celebrate yourself in the quiet? I would love to deeply understand how you spend your day. So please share your story in the comments below.